Hey, hello everybody, welcome to Tuesdays with Fran. And yes, it's 6 o'clock here in Navarra in Spain. Finally, the summer has finished and we are starting with Tuesdays with Fran. Hello everybody. Today I'm to tell you the truth, in the middle of nowhere. If you look around me, there's absolutely nothing but fields. We are in the Camino de Santiago today, in a very mysterious place, a beautiful, beautiful place called Santa María de EUNATE. This chapel, Romanesque chapel, that it's really in the middle of nowhere, but has a lot of history. It has a lot of mysterious things around it. And to me, it's a very dear place that I love incredibly. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you this magnificent little chapel of Santa María de EUNATE. So let's go inside. Let's take a little quick. Hola James, hola Jorge. How are you? Welcome back. We are back in Tuesdays with Fran. So Santa María de EUNATE. We really don't know what this chapel is doing here. It was constructed on the 12th century and it has a lot of legends around her. People say that it was constructed as a pilgrim's hospital for the Camino de Santiago. Other people say that it was constructed by a queen. People say, well, it was Queen Santa. Other people say that it was placed here by the Knight Templars. Really, we have no idea. Okay, so first of all, let's go around her. Let's try to take a look a little bit on the distance, and then we'll go inside. As you can see, we're all surrounded by crops of corn everywhere. But the important thing, it's this incredible church. Well, it's a chapel, it's not a church. As I said, it's from the 12th century. Hi, Beth. And it's Romanesque style, or Romanic style. Although here, as you can see, we have rounded arches and pointed arches. The little ones, the rounded arches, is 100% Romanesque. The other ones, the pointed ones, are Gothic. So this is a proto-Gothic or late Romanesque chapel. As I said, there's a lot of mysterious, and we really don't know what's all of this about. Outside in the apsis, what we have, as you see, let me see if I can make a zoom out of it. Hola Glean, how are you? We have those Corbels, and I love them because half of them, these ones they have human faces, okay? And the other half, they are not human. They are animals or creatures, okay? Let's not say animals. The thing is that these ones, the ones that are humanized, they are making fun of us. They are making faces at us, they're mocking us. And what people think is that they were created to laugh at us. They were created to make, you're like, you people down there, humans, what are you doing down there looking at us, okay? So it's a beautiful symbol of that superiority, let's say it, of this incredible church. The beauty of it, it's we only have these ones in the apsis left. The ones on top, up there, they are all simple, although the capitals are slightly decorated with flowers. Let's see if I can make a zoom out of it. There we go. So, it's, wow, light. One of the things that it's kind of shocking of this church, let me see if I can get a little bit of more distance so you can get to see it better. It has an octagonal plant, okay? It has 8 sides, and it's small, but it's a very strong, very well-constructed chapel. The thing is that, what are we missing here? If you know a little bit about medieval architecture, this is Romanesque. At this moment, we didn't have flying buttresses, but we had buttresses. And here, there's not even one buttress. Where are they? How does this place stand still? You see, there are no buttresses. What we have are all of these very thick columns in each one of the corners, and that is what leads us, and all the weight from the vault inside stays in there. Okay, so it's one of the mysteries where all of this weight goes for. This chapel, High Susanna, is very special because, as I said, nobody knows who constructed it. Said we know it could have been a pilgrim's place because down here we had pilgrims. We're in the Camino de Santiago, so we had pilgrims being buried in here. Also, the Queen Sancha, the one that was ordered the construction here, there was some excavations done, and the body of a very powerful woman, we could not say that she was a queen or not, it was buried here. So maybe she was the one that constructed this. And the other thing is the Knight Templars. The Knight Templars, you know that everything is true and everything is a lie. Everything I'm going to tell you, it's true and it's a lie, okay? Because there is nothing that can tell us 100% that this is a Knight Templar place. And in fact, the Bishop of Navarre has asked us, please do not say this because it's not true. We don't know if it's true or not, okay? So there's nothing written that it is. But there are some traces that might lead us to know that yes, it might be, okay? So where are those traces? Well, as you see, I have gone around the whole chapel, and here, as you see, we have this cloister, all of these beautiful arches and with these capitals. Probably one of the most famous one, it's this one, because let's see if you can see it well because of the light. That is a scallop shell, and we are in the Camino de Santiago, and this is called the capital for the pilgrims, okay? Rosslyn Chapel, yes, Jill, you are right. It could be, it's very similar to the Rosslyn Chapel, that type of feeling into it. Well, but what I wanted to let you know is that, okay, the Knight Templars, normally there were always two people working together, the master and the apprentice. So in many of the Knight Templars temples, duality is very important. And as you see, all of these are double columns, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so it could be that one of those symbols of maybe a Knight Templar. Another thing, we find it in this gate. Right? We have here two things that might let us know that it could be a Knight Templar's place. As you see, this very simple door has two columns on each side, here and here, and the capital is exactly the same on both sides. It is a guardian, you see the eyes and the beard flowing, and it's a duality. It is two men on each side of the door, of the entrance. Besides that, if we could turn this around, this picture around, the beard of this gentleman, of the guardian of the temple, becomes the horns of a ram. So it's a double duality. It's the guardian, but also it could be evil. As I said, it could be yes or could be not. And there is one more symbol that for a lot of people, it is what marks this as a Knight Templar's place or location, which is this symbol that we find here. This is called a baphomet. A baphomet is a man, normally hooded, like this one, on top of a mask. And what is this mask hiding? Well, maybe the Knight Templars. And in fact, this baphomet, as you see, he has his arms crossed and he's like hiding something inside of his cape. Could be a sword. And remember that the Knight Templars, they were allowed to wear weapons. So that's one of the things that it could be. Okay? As I said, we cannot mark it. We cannot say it 100%. Besides that, all along the Camino, all along this temple, we're going to find masons signatures. If you are here constructing this chapel and you build one of these stones, you sign it, so you get paid for it. So these could be symbols, signatures of craftsmen doing all of that. The thing is that for a chapel this small, there should be, I don't know, like 50, 60 different symbols. What happens is that in this chapel we have way too many of these symbols. So other people believes that this might be signs or scriptures where the Knight Templars could read these symbols and learn something, okay? They are scattered randomly all along the walls of Santa María de EUNATE. So really, we don't know what it is. What we know is this is a solar sundial, okay, beautiful sundial. But there are many strange symbols everywhere around. One of the probably most strange ones, we find it on this side. And it's right here. That one. That is a very complicated symbol to craft if that is your signature. Okay? You have to think that it has to be done by hand. The thing is that some people believe, and okay, you might think I'm crazy, but I have seen people coming all the way to here because they think that that symbol was made by aliens. Let me make a close-up. And in fact, it looks a little bit like if you go to Cuzco, in Peru, okay, there are some lines that you can only see them from the sky, and it reminds us a little bit of that, okay? Could it be, could it be not? We don't know, but we are not gonna say that it was constructed by the aliens at all. The thing is that this place is a very spiritual place. We are in the Camino. The Camino walks through the door of this chapel, and it collects the energy and brings all the energy of all the pilgrims that have walked and walk the Camino. And to me, it's a very special place because every time I come, you feel the energy of the pilgrims that have walked before us. And one of the great things about this place, it's the silence. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be quiet for 1 minute. I'm gonna just make some random images, but I want you to listen to the silence, because silence is something that in the Camino, no matter what you do, you're gonna find silence. Silence is a very important thing. Okay, we need to go quiet once in a while. So allow me to be quiet, and let me show you just the simplicity of this temple. So now we are inside of Santa María de EUNATE. Inside it's pure Romanesque or Romanic. What is Romanic all about? It is about simple lines. It's about symmetry. It's about introspection. It's trying to look for God inside of us. When I came here today, they have opened this chapel just for us today, and they have asked me, do you want the lights on? And I said, if you don't mind, I don't. I want to see this chapel with the light that it was meant to be. So this is the light that was meant to be, this beautiful, peaceful light. As you can see, we have alabaster windows. The light comes in from outside. It's so gorgeous. When I tell you about symmetry, this church is not symmetrical, because if we go all the way to the keystone and you see the angles, they're not by far symmetrical. But the feeling of it is totally stable. Stability is what this art was looking for. Okay? So really, Santa María de EUNATE, it's a very simple, very humble place that collects the energy from everybody. And, well, let me introduce you to the Holy Mary of EUNATE, Santa María de EUNATE. This is a copy, it's a replica. It's not the original one. Unfortunately, it was stolen. So we have here a replica of the one that was here. It's a neo-Romanesque chapel, image of Our Lady. Her altar is made of stone. It's very simple. It has double arches, and we have only 3 windows where the light comes through, okay, the light of God. This is that Romanesque art. We have to think what was going on in Europe when, on the 13th century or the 12th century, when this was constructed. At that moment, we had the Muslims in Spain. And the Muslims, the decoration of Muslims' structures is incredible. They had one thing that is called the horror vacui. They had fear of emptiness. Everything was decorated. So Christianity created this beautiful art, which is Romanesque, which is simplicity. It is the absence of anything. It's about where is God? God is here. It's stable. It's very strong. The message that we receive from the architecture, it is extremely beautiful. Okay, let me get a little bit out of the chapel, at least closer to the door, because I think connection might be a little weak. The thing is that all of this energy, all of these things that I am telling you about, here, the villages around Santa María de EUNATE, they have a belief, and they say that this place is haunted or has strange energies. People say some very weird, very wacko things about Santa María de EUNATE. To tell you the truth, I've been here many times, and I've been with people from everywhere around the world. And some people are very sensitive. Some people have not been able to walk inside of Santa María de EUNATE because of the energy. It's not bad energy, it's just concentrated energy. And the belief in many of the people in the villages everywhere around here, it's that, as I said, it's like, it has a course or something, that it is said that when a couple dares to get married in here, if they decide, okay, we're going to get married in Santa María de EUNATE, well, what they say is that it will, if they're not careful, maybe they will not get married in here, because either the couple will split up or break up before they get married, or one of the two in the couple before the marriage will die. That's what is said. So only very strange or stupid people gets married in here, and the one talking to you got married in Santa María de EUNATE. This was, I know as an wedding chapel. That's why for me it's such an emotional place, and I always, whenever I show Santa María de EUNATE, I always shake, because when we were dating and we didn't have much money, we would always get on the car and drive, and always the car came to here, to Santa María de EUNATE. So when we decided to get married, it only made sense to get married in here. Not just because of the beauty of the place, but because we had a very special connection with it, okay? So, okay, let me see, because now the light is perfect on it. Okay, so I guess we broke up that course and we got married and we're still together. We never died. We didn't die, which is good. So anyway, my friends, that has been a little bit of this beautiful chapel of Santa María de EUNATE. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have learned a little bit. As I always say, all of these tours are tip supported, and so I have placed my PayPal in there, so you can leave a tip if you have learned something, if you have enjoyed it. And I will see you this next Sunday. We're gonna be cooking. We're gonna do Basque cake, gâteau Basque, and we'll see you in everywhere around next week on Tuesday. Well, on Monday, I'm gonna be doing Guide Collective's book club. I'm gonna do a presentation. On Tuesdays, I will go do another Tuesdays with Fran. So stay tuned because we are back. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. Bye-bye.